Hello everyone, this is Raj here. Welcome to the world of Salesforce. Today is the day 14 class where we are going to discuss master detail relationship, right? So till yesterday class we have completed the lookup relation. So how to use this lookup relation inside the Salesforce, right? Today we are going to discuss master detail relationship data type. How to use this master detail relationship data type, right? So for this we have to follow first step. So what is the step one here? So we have to identify the parent object and the child object. So we have to identify the parent object and child object. And then we need to map the master detail relationship between the objects. Let me go here inside the Salesforce and try to create a relation between them. Right? See here. So yesterday we have created a lookup relation between the doctor and the patient. Right? We have created a doctor and the in between the doctor and patient. So I have assumed doctor as a parent and patient as my child. So I have created a lookup relationship inside the patient, right? So now today I am going to create a master detail relation between another two objects. So let me assume employee as the parent and I need to create a one more custom object, right? I'm going to create a one more custom object which is a candidate and it is acting as a child. Employee and the candidate, right? Employee and the candidate. I'm assuming employee as the parent and candidate as the child, right? So I have created one more custom object here, employees and the candidates. Okay, employee as the parent and candidate as the child. Now I have created one record here, sample record is there. So I have created a sample record. So candidate B. Okay. Candidate B is there. Save it. Right. So now inside the candidate, two records are there, candidate A and candidate B. Now I'm trying to create a master detail relationship, right, from the candidate to the employees. Okay. So let me try to create, go to this edit object. What will happen? Let's see here. So go to the fields and relationship, create a new. See, there is an option here, master detail relationship. So there are few points here so that we can discuss while creating this. So click on master detail relationship, click on next, and it should be related to employee. Okay, click on next. Okay, now click on next. It should be visible to all profiles. Click on next, next and save it. See what is happening here? Cannot create a master detail relationship. Why? So I have followed the exact procedure which I have followed for the lookup relation. Right? For the lookup relation, whatever the procedure I have followed, the same procedure I have followed here while creating these data types. Then what makes me wrong here? You cannot create a new master detail relationship in an existing custom object if record or already exist. That means already in the candidate object, the records are there. So you cannot create a master detail relation if the records are present in any object. Right? But in the lookup relation, so yesterday I have said the same. Right? Whatever the points which we have discussed under the lookup relation, the quite opposite for the master detail relationship. So in creating the lookup relationship, it is not mandatory, right? So, but here it is mandatory to not to have any records inside the custom object. But in the lookup, if we have any records in the custom object, yes, we can create a lookup. But in the master detail, we cannot create a master detail if we are having the records. Okay, so let me delete these records. Delete, delete. Now try to create. Now try to create. Click on new, master detail, go to next, employee, next, next and save it. Okay, see. Now the master detail is created. See, but previously we are unable to create a master detail, but now it is created to the employee, right? So what is the first observation which we have observed in creating a master detail relationship? So while creating a master detail association, if the child object contains the records, then Salesforce won't allow you to create a master detail association between these objects. Okay, then what is the solution? We need to remove all the child records from the child object and map the master detail relationship. If you click on new, then see here candidate name. Right, let me refresh the screen. So master detail relation should appear here. Okay, just click on new button. See here, it is a master detail relationship is there. Okay, candidate A, you can write it here, candidate A and employee. Save it. So by default, you can observe here, by default manager record is, so if you observe here, by default manager record is required field. See question mark, right? It is a required field. So by default, right? Okay. So for suppose in your real time, so already two custom objects are there. So already like this, two custom objects are there. Let me delete this. So now as of now, records are not there, right? So now you can create a master data relationship. But in real time, there may be a millions of records. There may be some hundreds of records are there. But still the business wants to create a master detail between these two, employee and the candidates. We cannot delete the records, right? So it is a confidential data. So we cannot delete like this. Simply in the trailers we are deleting, right? So we cannot delete in the real time, right? We cannot delete the records. Then what needs to be done here? So let me create here. Let me delete this employee master detail. Yes. Now it is deleted. Now go to here, just refresh the screen. I want to create a master detail if the records are present, right? So let me create a new candidate A, save it. Okay. Now already record is present here in the child object. Now the system, if you are trying to create a master detail relationship, Salesforce won't allow you to create a master detail association, right? Then how? So then we need to create a lookup relation first of all. So try to create a lookup here. Next to employee. Next. Okay. Next. Make it as visible to all. Next, next, and save it. Okay. Now just refresh the screen. Now you can see, try to create a new one. See, candidate B. So now what is this relation? Lookup relation. If you go here, see here lookup relation. But the business wants you to create a master detail relationship. Right? Then how? Then we need to map the lookup relationship between the object and we need to make sure each child record. We need to make sure each child record should be associated with the parent. So now candidate B is having a parent record. Right? Now candidate B is having a parent record. Let me go here to candidate A. S. So we need to make sure each child record should be associated with the parent. So candidate B is already having a, see, candidate B is already having a parent record, right? So candidate A is not having any parent record. So we need to make sure each child record should be associated with the parent. So let me make sure. So I have associated with the parent, right? So now, if you go to this candidate object, two records are there. These two records are associated with the parent. And then we need to convert, just refresh the screen. We need to convert the relationship, this data type from lookup to master. So see here, if you go to this lookup, so there is a on button here, edit this field, change field type. See here, change field type. So change field to master detail. See, only two options are there. From lookup, already previously it is lookup. Now I'm changing to master detail. Click on next, next, and save it. That's it. Now if you can go here, just refresh the screen. Now these two records are converted to master detail relationship. How? How I can see these two records are converted to master detail relationship? If you go inside here, in any one of the record, candidate A or candidate B, or try to create a one more record. If you see here, in the candidate A, previously it is editable field. So previously this field is editable field. Now we cannot edit. That means reparenting is not possible here. Reparenting option is not available by default in master detail relationship. Right? If you want to reparent it, then while creating the field itself, there is an option. Reparenting should allow. So you need to check that checkbox as true. Right? But by default, reparenting option is not available. If you can see here, candidate B, see, the parenting is not. Only whatever the parent we have decided, that's it. If you try to edit this, see, we cannot edit this, the relationship, master detail relationship. That is the advantage here in between lookup and the master. Right? Reparenting is not available by default in the master detail relationship. We have to enable the option manually by selecting the checkbox. While creating the field itself, there is a checkbox here, allow reparenting. We need to make it as a true. Right? And one more here. So while creating the lookup field, it is not mandatory. But while creating the master detail relationship, it is by default, it is mandatory. See here, by default, it is a required field. Right? And we can create a 40 lookups, right? 40 lookups per object. Right? In that, an object can have a maximum of two master detail relationship. That means for every object, 38 lookups and two master details we can create. Right? So an object can have a maximum of two master details. Right? An object can have a maximum of two master detail relationship. Now, let me try to delete this one of the record. So this particular manager record is having, see here, candidate 1, candidate B is there. So this parent record is having one child. Okay. So whenever the same is happening in the lookup, right? So the parent is having some childs. If you are trying to delete the parent record, what will happen? Simply this particular field, whatever the field is there, the field is, see here, if you go to this field, this particular lookup field is blank. Right? It is clearing this particular field. That's it. The records are always should be there. If you go to this doctors and the patient, if you remove the doctor, patients are always there. Just inside this field should be clear. Right? Inside this particular field is getting cleared. Now go to the same for the employee. Try to delete this employee record. Try to delete this employee record. What will happen? See, employee record is deleted. Okay. Now go to candidates. Where is the candidate B? What happens to the candidate B? So along with the parent, the child is also getting deleted in the master detail. If we deleting the parent in master detail, so the whatever the child's associated to that parent is also getting deleted. So if you go to recycle bin, there you can observe. Go to recycle bin. See here, manager record, which is the employee record. Employee record got deleted just now. Okay. Let me try to restore. I am trying to restore this parent record. So automatically all childs associated with this parent will be restored. If you see here, see, candidate B is back. right? Go to these employees, manager record is back. So these are all the points you have to keep in mind. So these are all the interview point of view questions. Okay. And one more benefit is there for this master detail relationship also, right? So we can create a roll up summary fields in this master detail relationship. Okay. So converting of this lookup to master. So clear, right? So how we can convert this lookup to the master. And now, so this is the master detail relationship in between the employees and the candidates. Now we can create a roll up summary field. There is a one more data type, right? There is a one more data type here. If you go here inside this edit object, go to this edit object, you go to this fields and relationship, click on new. See, there is an option here, roll up summary field. So with this, all the data types are completed, right? So what is this roll up summary field? How we are going to create this roll up summary field? So before this creating roll up summary field, we need to understand what are the standard relationships, right? So what are the standard relationships inside the Salesforce? Okay. So in between account and the contact. So Salesforce is providing by default some of the relationships. So in interview point of view, we need to keep in mind all these things. Account and the contact. So between account and the contact, we are having a lookup relation, right? Account and contact. By default, we are not going to create any relation. So by default, Salesforce is giving you. So in between account and contact, we are having a lookup relation, right? And Salesforce provides an additional behavior between account and contact, right? There is an additional behavior. Generally, what is the lookup behavior? Whatever the properties are there for the lookup behavior. So apart from this, so Salesforce is giving some additional behavior between account and contact. That what is that? So that means upon removing the account record, if we remove the account record, all the associated child records will get removed automatically, right? That means it is acting like a master detail. Only master detail one property is get inherited for this account and the contact. Right? What is that one property? If we delete the account record, so all the contacts, all the associated child records will get removed automatically. Right? We can break this. So we are having a lookup relation. It should not behave like this. So whatever the accounts is there, if we delete the account, only account should delete it, not the contact. So if we want to make like this, we can write Apex triggers. So by means of Apex programming through triggers, so we can control this. That we can discuss in the coming development programming. In the development classes, we can cover this. Right? And in between account and case, I'm telling the standard behaviors. Right? Upon removing the account record, if the account record is associated with any case, right, then Salesforce does not allow to remove the account record from the object. Right? Previously, here when you are deleting the account, all the contacts are getting deleted. If the account is having any case, right, Salesforce won't allow you to delete the account. This is the standard, some standard extra behaviors given by the Salesforce. Right? And in between account and opportunity. In between account and opportunity. Of course, these two also having the lookup. Between account and opportunity, we are having a lookup by default. Right here, upon removing the account record, if any associated opportunity records are exist, if any opportunity records are exist, then Salesforce won't allow you to remove account record. Right here, account deleted means contacts are deleted. Here, accounts will have, if suppose accounts is having cases and opportunities, then Salesforce won't allow you to delete the account records. And one more extra benefit giving for the account and opportunity. Salesforce is giving one extra benefit. So even though it is having a lookup relation, right? But Salesforce is giving one more opportunity to create a roll-up summary field in between these two. I will show you how to create this. So we can create a roll-up summary. That means roll-up summary will only be get created in the master detail relationship only, not in the lookup. But for the account and opportunity, there is an extra behavior. So we can create a roll-up summary fields, right? And I said junction object, right? So a junction object acts between a two parent objects. So for example, we are having a campaign and the lead. These two are the parent objects. So between lead and the campaign, we are having many to many relationships. A lead can have many campaigns, a campaign can have many leads. Right? These two can be implemented by using campaign member. These two can be implemented by using campaign member. Right? If you go to the campaign object, I will show you here. See, go to this campaigning object. Campaign member will not have any tabs here. Right? Because it is a junction object. So campaign is a standard parent object. Okay. So if you go here inside any campaigns, see, this is the one campaign. Right? Campaign to the top customers. Okay. Now go to this related. If you see here, campaign members. Right? This is the junction object between the leads and the campaigns. It is a junction object between the contacts and the campaigns. Right? So campaign member is the junction object. You need to keep in mind here. Right? We can add leads here from here. Right? From this campaign, we can generate the leads. From this campaign, we can generate the leads. In the starting classes, I have discussed. Right? If there is a one campaign, so 100 members have attended that campaign. Right? Out of these 100 members, only 10 members shown interest. Right? So only 10 members have shown interest on your product. So, and these 10 members are known as leads. Okay. So how to create a relation means, so there is a junction object. Campaign members is a junction object. So by means of this, we can create a relation between these campaign and the leads. Okay, we cannot create a direct relation. So by means of this junction object, we are going to have a relation between them. Okay, so like this, we are having some more standard junction objects are there in the Salesforce. Like for this lead and contact, just now I have shown you, right? Campaign member and contact and opportunity, we are having opportunity contact. Like this user and the permission set assignment. Like this, we are having some of the junction objects. Okay, now let me create this roll up summary field. So in between the account and the opportunities, right? So in between accounts and the opportunities. So already for the employee and the candidates, we know how to create because these two are having the master detail, and that two roll up summary fields will only get created on the parent objects only. Right? It is a read-only system generated field. By default, we are not going to we are not going to write any value inside this roll-up summary field, right? So that particular roll-up summary field will get generated by the Salesforce. Will get generated by the Salesforce by summarizing the child records, right, based on this parent ID. So for example, this manager record is having one child record, right? So for suppose in real time, there may be a 10, 20, 30, hundreds of records are there. So we cannot keep on counting like one by one, one by one, one by one. Or if you want to generate a sum of amounts, aggregate functions, so we cannot do by manually. So by means of this roll up summary field, right, we can summarize the child records. If you are having any amount fields, we can summarize the amounts. So if we want to calculate the total amounts, right? So this roll up summary field can only be created under in the parent object only, not on the child objects. So let me show you here. For example, doctor and the patient is having a lookup, right? So now try to create a roll up in the doctor. See here, go to this fields and relationship, new. See, roll up summary is blank. We are unable to select this roll up summary field. You cannot create this type of field here, right? Because it is having a lookup relationship between doctor and the patient. But for the employee, see here, roll up summary is there. We can select this roll up summary field. It is a read only field. Okay, that displays a sum value, minimum value, maximum value, all the aggregate functions. Okay, we can select this roll up summary field. So, okay, for the lookup, I have shown to you. For the master detail, I have shown to you. But if you go here, accounts and opportunities are having a lookup only. But there is an option, extra option given by the Salesforce that we can create a roll up summary field. See here, go to this accounts, go to any one of the account, go to this related, come down. See opportunities, total 4 opportunities are there. 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities are there. So under this opportunities, what are the amounts? See here, some 35,000 euros, 75,000, 50,000, so 60,000 euros, right? So I want to calculate all the sum of this, all the sum of amounts, or what is the maximum amount, or what is the minimum amount, or what are the total opportunities present under this edge communications. How? So we cannot do all this manually, right? So in order to make these fields, in order to aggregate these fields, like in order to calculate this amount fields, or in order to calculate the total opportunities. So for this, Salesforce is giving you this roll-up summary field to create a roll-up summary field. So then by default, whenever in the edge communications, for this edge communications, how many opportunities are there? What are the total amounts that we can calculate? See here, go to here, go to this edit object, go to this fields and relationship. Right now, click on new button. See, roll up summary is there. Okay, roll up summary is there. Click on next. Okay, now I want to calculate first of all total opportunities. Two roll up summaries I will create. I will show you. So total opportunities. Okay, click on next. So summarizing object. What is an object? Opportunities. Right, master object is the account. So summarizing object is the opportunities. Just I want the count. Okay, now click on next and save. Make it as visible. It is a read-only field. We cannot edit. So by default, Salesforce will calculate in the backend itself. See, edge communications, right? See. Now just refresh the screen. Come here. So what is the total of? See here, total opportunities are 4 opportunities are there. Okay, check whether 4 opportunities or not. See, total 4 opportunities. So by default, Salesforce is calculating in the backend. Now I want to calculate the total amounts of these opportunities. Okay. Now try to create a one more roll up summary field. Click on next. Total opportunities amount. Okay. So click on next. So opportunities. See, I want sum of opportunities. Okay. Or I want minimum of some those out of those four opportunities. What is the minimum value of the amount or what is the maximum value of the amount? I want to calculate the now sum, right? So which field to aggregate amount field to aggregate, right? So I want a total sum of these amounts or I want minimum value of this amount or I want maximum of this amount, right? Now I want sum, right? So click on next. Visible, next and save it. That's it. Now go to edge communications. So see here 35 plus 75 plus 50 plus 60, right? So just refresh the screen. Yes, see here total opportunities amount. Got it? So total opportunities amounts are there. So if you go to this related, check for the opportunities 35 plus 75 plus 50 plus 60, right? So Salesforce the system is going to calculate in the backend itself, right? To 20,000 euros. So system is going to calculate in the backend. We are unable to edit this. See, it is a read-only field. We cannot edit these fields. Right? We cannot edit these fields. Like this, how many these roll-up summary fields can we create? So there is a restriction, right? So an object can have a maximum of 25 roll-up summary fields. An object can have a maximum of 25 roll-up summary fields. Okay, up to 25 we can create this type of roll-up summary fields. So in order to calculate the maximum value, minimum value, like this total opportunities, like this we can create. So in between these two master, if the object is having a master detail relationship, yes, we can create. Right? Our Salesforce is giving some extra benefit to the account and opportunities where we can create this roll-up summary fields. Okay. So in the next class, we are going to discuss the reports and dashboards, right? So keep following this channel for the latest updates. So in the weekend, we are going to discuss in the live. So if you are having any doubts, make sure to mention in the comments. So I will respond to those comments, right? And we can discuss in the live sessions. Thank you.